Steve here, Command Center Wargaming, fantastic. So I just wanted this actually being done after I recorded the video. I don't actually appear in the video, but I just wanted to say hello to everybody because I haven't done a video for about 2 weeks and that. So yeah, just wanted to say hi and chuck myself up on the screen. Let you know I'm still here, channel's still going, all that. I'll explain all that in the video ahead. Today we're going to be having a look at Battletech. I've been meant to do this video for a while. I've had this kit since I think about a year and a half. I've been meaning to get this guy up on the channel, and so I thought today would be a fantastic opportunity to get it up on there. And you know, I don't know if any of you guys have played it before or whatever, but I love Battletech. I love MechWarrior. It's been a really good franchise of mine for a while, and I've been into it mainly the computer games. I played some of the tabletop and stuff, but I think I'm going to start getting into a little bit more. So yeah, expect to see some of that on the channel, and might do some painting tutorials and stuff on Battletech later. Alright everybody, I'll see you in the video. Yeah, awesome. What's going down, brothers? Brother Stevanius here. Welcome back to Command Center Wargaming. So look, I thought today it might be time to have a look at some other systems. I think it's about that time now. I think certain messages have been communicated very clearly, so that's fine. Yeah, I had this box here basically for a while now. It's Battletech Beginner's Box, so I thought we'd go through and do an unboxing of that. And I'll just sort of show you this as well. So this is something I've been working on over the last few weeks. I've been trying to get it done. This is my Falchion Super Heavy Tank Destroyer, Alpha Legion. Hasn't got the decals on yet, but I'm really happy with the way it's coming out. You can see here I have like the weapon burn and everything up on the turret and stuff. Also, I've done, it's hard to see here because of the lighting, but I've done like a lot of edge highlighting and stuff around the side. But what I'll do is, when I get some time, I'll finish that one off. I'll chuck it up on the channel, chuck some pictures up and stuff, and have a look. Probably won't be bothering with the Instagram or any of that kind of stuff anymore. I'll just keep the channel running as it is, but we will be looking at some other stuff, going into some computer games, bolt action. So we'll still be doing Warhammer, but yeah, as I said, I think it's time that we start to have a look at some of the other diverse products out there that we can have a look at. So I'll zoom in a little bit here, and so we can see a bit better. Now I am recording this at 4K. When I upload it, you guys should be able to watch this in 4K. It might take, if you're watching this, it usually takes maybe about 4 hours or so for the video to click over to 4K. So if you're just sort of watching this as I've uploaded it, it might not work straight away for you. Mad thanks also to one of our subscribers, Doc Valiant, who was having a bit of a chat with today. Once again, we often have many chats, and he was telling me about, you know, sort of like, you know, some ideas for the channel and things like that, and which I think is awesome. And we're actually thinking about renaming the channel as well, just to something else, and I've been considering it for a while, sort of like to expand out a little bit as well, so it'd be cool. But yeah, so I'll keep the Facebook page running. I don't think I'm going to bother with the Instagram anymore or anything like that, but I'll just keep the Facebook page and the videos going on YouTube. Cool, and the ads should be off the channel too. So for now anyway, just keep them off for a bit. You know, it's a lot going on in the world at the moment, so it's good to sort of, you know, get some content out, so we can you know, escape for a bit. Cool. Yeah, sorry, it's been 2 weeks since the last video, but I've been excessively busy. I had a lot, like explosions going on everywhere, or obviously as well everything that's going on in the world. It's a bit crazy. Not literal explosions, like nothing's happened to me, like I haven't had my, like, you know, house like raided or anything or blown up. Just like a lot of stuff I've been dealing with. Yeah, so anyway, cool. So this is a box here, and this is a beginner box for the game. It comes with 2 minis, Phoenix Hawk, I believe, and a Wolverine. Actually, sorry, or did I get them the wrong way around? Which is the one with the gun? Pretty sure that's the Phoenix Hawk because it's got the missile rack, and I think that's the gun who's holding it. And then that's the Wolverine here as well. Yeah, Wolverine's pretty cool as well. Both awesome mechs. I've played this game a couple of times actually. I really enjoyed it. I love the hard point system. I really like this game. It's fantastic because you don't need a bucket load of minis to play it either, and you can have a really awesome experience playing it. And I'll be going through a lot of this on the channel as well. I think we're going to get a bit more into computer games as well. Right now I've been playing MechWarrior 5, and I'm really loving it. Like, it's got a lot of faults, but it's fantastic. And I've actually been in a MechWarrior since MechWarrior 2. Around about, I think, not before I started playing Warhammer. But like, I found it, I think that when the PC game MechWarrior 2 came out, and I really enjoyed it, and I sort of got more into the world. And the thing is, with MechWarrior, Battletech. Battletech's universe is actually quite deep. It's very serious. And a lot of the artwork is very serious. It's real grimdark. It's very complex actually. The lore, for the most part, the lore is consistent. And there's no kiddie drawings, or not many anyway, kiddie drawings or anything like that. So it's pretty solid. So it's really good. So let's have a look at that and open it up, see what we got. It comes with the quick start rules. All right, instant guide to the inner sphere, which I think is like kind of like a fluff book. You got the Battletech cards, and these cards here, this is where you have the unit statistics. So you don't have to pay $100 for those. They'll actually just give it to you when you buy the stuff. So you pay like, I think I got this for about, this is actually really cheap. This starter box, Australian dollar, was about $40, which is super cheap. You could probably get it for like even cheaper now because I bought this last year. But you can see here, you got the price here and that as well. More function cards, stuff like that as well. Excuse the helicopter there, all good. So I'll just open this up. Got my scissors prepared, so I'm just going to open this around the side and see how we go. Let me know if the comments down below. If you're into Battletech, played Battletech. I love it. I actually really like Battletech, and it hasn't sold out yet either. So probably will. I guess if it was big enough, it would sell out. But it's still very solid, very awesome, very serious. So let's open this box up. Let's see how we go. I wonder if it has a smell. I love smelling inside these boxes. I know it sounds really crazy, but sometimes you get this really nice plasticky smell that comes out of it. Yeah, it smells like a new game. Awesome, a new board game. So anyway, awesome everybody. So right, so here we go. It comes with a set of dice. Right, nothing special there. Bit of a set of dice going on. Open it up. Let's see if they're actually weighted correctly. Not like the other novelty dice from some systems. But they're alright. They're just a set of dice. I mean, it's a cool throw-in. It's not something that but for $40 Australian, $20 US dollars or whatever, as I said on the back of the box, it's pretty good. And here we have the book. So it's looks like this is a bit of a story. So you get like a bit of fluff with it. So a Colby Commando's Mission, The Golden Rule by William H. Keith. Alright, so here we go. It looks like I know in Battletech you've actually got kind of power. It's not kind of power armor. You've actually got power armor in Battletech. It's called Elementals. And you have like eugenics programs and all this kind of stuff, like which the clans are doing, breeding super soldiers, all that kind of stuff like that. So there are elements like that in Warhammer that are also in Battletech. But the actual world of Battletech, if you're new to it, it can actually, it's a little bit more serious, I guess, whereas 40k is kind of, it's a little bit exaggerated, everything's kind of over the top, but Battletech is actually like, you know, it's put together, the fluff is put together like based off everything that's happened in the modern world. So like the beginnings of, like, it goes back, you know, right to the beginning, you know, where I think it was like in 2020 or something, which is this year, where you know, there's a sort of like there's a Western Union that gets formed, and then like so it's like America, England, all this kind of stuff, because Russia go a bit crazy, and then this Western Union gets formed, and then, you know, they create this kind of like first sort of Imperium of Man, I guess, from that. But then the Western Union becomes corrupted, and then basically that ends up becoming like, you know, the Terror League or something like that, and then from there, you know, they invent mechs, and then it all sort of just starts. And it's just humans in this world. It's actually, as far as I know, because like I said, I'm not an expert on this franchise, but I love it. I do love what I do know about it. I love, there's no, like, you know, aliens or things like that. It's just humans. Like, so the world is basically split up into like these houses, feudal systems, a government, things like that, which is pretty cool. And so yeah, some of the mechs there. So you got the Locust, 20 ton, Shadowhawk, 55 ton, the Wolverine. That's the one that comes. Those two are the ones that come in the box, by the way. And then you've got the Catapult, which is very interesting mech as well. Which is an older design apparently, but they kept it going because it was so effective. Yeah, it's pretty cool. And then so here we go. So yeah, opening it up. It's pretty simple, but you can see here you've got the minis. Let's just go straight to the minis here, because we all love the minis. Now these minis, I've got some of the older Battletech minis, and they're really good, but I must say, I'll just make sure I can get a focus on this. I must say, these minis here are really awesome. Like, they're really well detailed, surprisingly well detailed, and they're quite sizable as well. So this would be the Wolverine. You can see it on the back there. Gotta love the minis. It's actually roughly the size of a Primaris Marine. Interestingly enough. Give me 1 sec. I'll just grab one and we'll have a look. Let's just grab one of our Primaris Marines there, and then we've got the mech as well. And then we could see here a bit of a size comparison between the two. And yeah, so you can see it's basically almost, maybe the Primaris Marine's like on a rock there, but yeah, pretty much the same size as Primaris. Yeah, interesting. But anyway, there's a lot less setup as well in this game. So, you know, with Warhammer, you know, you got to set up big tables, everything like that, and but with this game, it's kind of like you just got this little hexagonal board, and then you got like a couple of minis. You usually have like a lance of mechs, and then you're good to go. You know, and you just play. So, let's just see if we shift this light around. There we go. Let's just have a look at this. Yeah, it's just really cool. This is a Phoenix Hawk. I've got my Phoenix Hawk at the moment set up with a PPC. So PPC is, well, it's not a las cannon, sort of similar to a las cannon, I guess, but it's more of a big blob of energy that comes out here of the gun. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Now what you'll notice is, you know, there are a lot of mechs that look very similar to stuff from Warhammer. It's because Warhammer go through and they like to use adaptive design, which is essentially getting something other people have done and reusing it, but changing a little bit by 70%, which is fine by me. So, but that's it. And here we go. So here's some other things so you can keep playing. If you don't have all the minis, you've got like, so here we go. There's some like this cardboard cutters. Now I believe the first or second edition of Battletech, when it very first came out, actually didn't have plastic minis at all. It actually had, it was basically just these sort of cardboard mechs that you would then put on these squares, and then you'd move it around the hexagonal board, you know, so it's cool. So yeah, let's have a look here. So, you know, definitely some awesome stuff there. Alright, so, and then you've got these things as well here, so little counters and stuff. It's really cool, and different terrains marked out. The plastic, it's cardboard, but it's very, very, very good quality cardboard. It's better than that of the X-Wing kits, which is also really, really good quality. So for me to say that, this is pretty fantastic. So, okay, let's have a look. So this is the board. This is actually what you use to play. And it's very simple. It doesn't cost $400 to buy. You just basically use it, and that's the board. So there's heaps of these different maps. I used to play down at Good Game with a few guys, and like there's just heaps of maps, and you can actually Photoshop, make your own, everything like that. And this is kind of like sort of more of a desert sort of area. You can see here you have your grid references and stuff, and that. These are your cover points, and then when your mech is in like sort of like a cover point, you could go through and get certain benefits to your mech. So, and they'll just sit in there like that. So it's really cool, really awesome. Yeah. And I mean, you know, it'd be pretty easy to, like, you could use like other terrains, like, you know, stuff like Battlefield in a box and all this kind of stuff as well. You know, to add to this, you could also just use, you know, other boards in that. I know heaps of people that made their own custom ones. So this is more like of a forest sort of level. I've played this map before, actually. I'm pretty sure these are recycled from the old edition before. You know, you can go through laminate these and stuff as well. So, you know, there you go. So you've got the hill there. You got all these terrains, trees, and all that kind of stuff here as well. So it's really cool. And yeah, so $40, you know, this will get you going. It's probably even cheaper now, to be honest. It's really good value. And there's other boxes as well which you can get. There's a clans pack now, which I think is on Kickstarter. There's a few other ones as well, where you can get like the Atlas and stuff. You can also use the old minis as well from like the old release. So here you can see, here we go. This is art, right? This is serious, solid dude art, man. This is like the stuff, you know, like none of this friggin' kids, friggin' bubbly bloody crap that's coming out of Games Workshop at the moment. So here we go. It's got some, you know, looks like some mercs and stuff. You see some of the solid artwork there. You know, it's sort of very 80s as well. You know, and here we go, it's the cartoony art, but, you know, it's not kidsy, even though it's cartoony. You know, it's very stylized, but it's not juvenile. And then over here, it's just more art. Look at that, it was coming up. He's firing his Gauss 15, and out of the thing there, so it's really cool. It's coming through the snow, you know, like coming up here, you got like, this is like the courtroom. This is House Davion, I think, because you can see there's a symbol in the background. Alright, it's really cool. This basically tells you all about it. So I'll read this out quickly as we're going along. So Battletech is a science fiction space opera set in the factional militarized universe of the 31st century. It pretty much starts off like the Warhammer intro, you know, 41st millennium, 31st century kind of thing. I know it's different, but it just sounds, it's worded very similar. Humanity has spread to the stars and spawned titanic interstellar empires, each controlling hundreds of worlds across a combined region of space stretching more than 1,000 light years. Following the rise of the great noble houses, a mighty Star League was forged, heralding a golden age of prosperity. So you can see there's some similarities there to 40,000. You know, but like I said, there's no like one emperor of man ruling it all. There's actually like sort of like a United Nations thing set up sort of system, and it's all feudal. And I'll go into the lore a little bit in another video probably, but like I'm not, as I said, I'm no expert on the Battletech lore myself, so I'm still kind of learning a lot about it. However, treachery undermined the Star League and led to the murder of the First Lord and the fall of House Cameron. The rulers of the remaining 5 great houses each proclaimed themselves the new First Lord of the crumbling Star League, and thus begun the Succession Wars. Right, so Succession Wars is basically kind of like the, well, you know, the War on Terror before the Great Crusade started. It's basically that, you know, with the techno barbarians and things like that, pre-Horus Horus Heresy era stuff. For 12 generations, armies of the battle mechs have clashed across more than 2,000 colonized planets. So it is all happening in the same sphere, but it is quite big. In the inner sphere, visiting such destruction of humanity's technical capabilities that old scavenged mechs often outperform newly built models. So once again, you kind of have that, you know, sort of, you know, technology, sort of like the old versus the new, you know, sort of like, you know, blueprint, you know, so, you know, it's you got old technology that's now a relic, you know, and that comes through in some of the lore as well. The year 3025 and the scars of the Third Succession War remain a fresh memory across the entire inner sphere. All 5 houses have paused their military campaigns in hopes of rebuilding their armies and discovering part of their lost technological base. Whether wet behind the ears recruits or grizzled veterans, mercenaries are the wild card that can tip the balance in combat. These mech warriors run the rage's edge between legend and destruction and possess the necessary skills and the right amount of luck to snatch victory from the jaws of defeat. Yeah, so if you imagine kind of like, you know, it's very similar, I guess, sort of like the Kill Team, but it's more in depth. The rules, to current Warhammer rules, which are a bit of a joke, these rules are like a lot more in depth. These are kind of like more closer to sort of 7th edition, sort of like hard points and things like that. Yeah, so here we go. Here's Inner Sphere. All right, this is the Inner Sphere. You can see here, you got House Steiner. They're my favorite. The Fist. You know, back when Warhammer was for men, you know, you had a big fist, you know. Then we got the House Lau, Davion, and House Marek, and so these guys here are kind of like the Americans. These guys here are kind of like the Germans. These guys are kind of like the Japanese and the sort of like the Asian sort of cultures. Marek is kind of like in between sort of thing. So a lot of that's carried over. That's House Lau, sorry, and that's House the Draconis Combine, House Kurita. So yeah, I'm back here. Yeah, so to see battle mechs. Like I said, we'll go into this a little bit more later, talking about, you know, what mechs are, what's going on. And here we can see some absolutely amazing art. Like, check that art out. That art is the shit. You know, yeah. I gotta be careful what I say, but yeah. So yeah, just I'll leave that there. But anyway, it's not a rant about the previous world of Warhammer. Anyway, so here are the rules. Quick start rules. You get a copy of the rules. All right. And like I said, that might be in another video. You notice there's some similarities. It's still a D6 based system. It's very simplified, but the rules are very complex at the same time. As one of my friends said, or colleagues as well, said to me earlier in the day, we were talking a little bit about Warhammer and some of the things going on, and yeah, as he's saying, like, Warhammer is you know, it's not the greatest rule set, and you pay premium for, you know, some very poor written rules. Anyway, so here we go. Here's the hard point system. So it's very tactical, and each time you take a shot, you know, you sort of damage your mech in certain areas. And this is something that, like, I actually wish 40K would bring in to their gaming system. We kind of had it a little bit with hold points in 7th and in Horus Heresy, which I think I'm still going to keep playing Horus Heresy. You know, I haven't been back there yet because of the pandemic, but, you know, I found this really cool club for Horus Heresy, so I think I'm going to keep playing that. You know, but yeah. So anyway, so cool, and there we go. This is just explaining the cards, what they do and everything. Like I said, this will be another video. We'll talk about the rules in another video. This is more of an unboxing. playing with the mechs. Here we have some of the other sets. So this is a starter set. And then you've got the Game of Armored Combat box. It's basic expansions. They have like various other minis in there. Succession Wars. And I think these are the... Oh, that's just the books. So there's like over like 200 books, I believe. Fluff. Yeah. They're really, really well-written books. I've got to check Audible to see if they're available on there. Because I might start getting into them a bit more, I think. So, yeah, sequence of play, hit allocation tables. Right, so you see you roll 2d6, so it's very good average there. You got modifiers, cluster table hits, things like that, so it's really cool. And here's just another flyer, I think, so... Yeah, it's one of my favourite mechs. The Mad Cat or Timberwolf, depending how you go. It's kind of like the Ultramarine of the Battletech universe, I guess. It's the pin-up sort of item for the universe. A bit of a story on the name, actually. So what happened was, when the clans started coming out of the into the inner sphere to attack, you know, all the houses, basically what happened is this mech showed up on radar and they didn't know what it was. So on the computer was trying to identify what mech it was, and it sort of showed up. The computer determined that it was a cross between a catapult, which is that thing with the missile racks I showed you before, which I said was like an older design, and another thing called a marauder. You can see here, you won't know what a marauder looks like right now, but basically it looks like that thing off Robotech. There was this big legal battle going on with Battletech and Robotech at one point. It went for ages. But anyways, that's why it's called a Mad Cat. That's why the sphere, the inner sphere, so the houses know this unit as a mech, as a Mad Cat, but the actual name of it, the actual clan name, is actually Timberwolf. Which is cool, and it is a very, very, very effective war machine. So all clan stuff has like double heat sinks and things like that, which is really cool. So anyway, yeah. So that's that, and I got a little bit more of this stuff around. So I'm going to start having a look at it, and might even play a few games. I'll see if Maddie wants to have a bit of a round or two. And yeah, so that's it, and that's it for the Battletech box, everybody. So that's the unboxing there. Look, it's good to see you all, and everything, and let me know what you think down in the comments down below. Let me know how you go and everything. I do read the comments. I didn't reply to them all last time. Like I said, guys, I'm very sorry. I've got a bit going on at the moment. It's pretty crazy out there, as you know. So yeah, but like the channel will keep going. You will see some changes to the channel. There will be more sort of additional content coming on. We will keep doing Warhammer, but yeah, I think there's also some other systems we might be taking a look at as well. Alright everybody, it's Brother Stevanius here. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.